Alrighty, folks, and welcome to another session of our Vecna Eve of Ruin. I'm your Dungeon Master, Dungeon Mister, joined by our ambitious and ambivalent players this evening.
Hello.
Hey guys.
We
I'm
are,
not ambitious.
well, I mean, it's possibly ambitious. It's possibly ambitious. Yeah. You never know,
Just don't be
but unfortunately, we are down our Dread, Jeffrey the Dread. But the story goes on. But before the story goes on, let's talk about how it went on last time. As you guys arrived back in Neverwinter, met with Lord Daggelt Neverember at his villa, bringing the freed Elden keyword along with you. Apparently the cult had vanished from the tomb. Investigators and the City Watch were on alert for any signs, but as promised, you're each gifted with homes located in and around Neverwinter. Nothing too fancy for some, but you each got a chance at a remodel if needed, and little additions as necessary. And while the remodels were happening, a couple of you had unsettling moments of recognition in this Vecna figure. Be it his hand, eye, or even his whispered voice. As you were about to investigate one of these instances, you all found yourselves transported through dimensions, landing in a well-decorated interior of a study, and three powerful wizards staring at you curiously. These wizards, three, were Tasha, a witch, Mordenkainen, a wizard, and notably one that you had all at least heard of was Illustrial Silverhand. All-powerful casters themselves, but they had apparently been looking into this Vecna and tried to commit their magics to a wishing spell, which brought forth you. Not what they had planned for, and all of them wiped due to their high casting of these magics. Mordenkainen, though, seemed prepared for such a, well, happening, and brought forth another plan to undo whatever Vecna may have at hand, collecting the Rod of Seven Parts to help locate and destroy him, or at least weaken him, so that a particular chime of banishment that Mordenkainen showed could be used. Unfortunately, in their weakened state, the trio must endeavor this upon you, letting you know that the first of the seven had been located somewhere in the Underdark of Faerun, in a place called Webb's Edge, where devout cultists of Loth gathered or some such. Taking moments for questions, you were each gifted with rings of non-detection from Vecna's prying eye. You stepped through a cloth of teleportation, arrived in the Underdark within a narrow cave. Unsure of where to go, you started your search down the tunnel, finding a dead end. And then on the other side was a ledge of a tall cliff where the tunnel led out, overlooking a massive cave space, further distance than any could see. Heading or jumping down the ledge, you wandered the expanse for some time, encountering creatures and wildlife unlike any some of you had ever seen, and maybe in stories and such. Eventually, looking for tracks, you found some footprints that seemed to lead back to the cliff and disappearing, the cliff where you had climbed and fallen from. Unsure of where to go, this is where we're going to pick up. You guys are at the base of this cliff, the rope hanging down. You hear the screeching of those horrible hook horrors not too far in the distance. A little buzzing of some insects that are around, maybe some glow stalks of mushrooms nearby too.
And back
I'm
up
back up.
top. Back up was there was another way to go, and that went to a dead end, right? Was there any other ways that we could have went?
It was just a straight, narrow, claustrophobic tunnel where the where you got pretty much the doors was still there when you entered into, with this black crevice of a door back to the sanctum.
Okay. Well, if you were the door to the secret temple of the evil Underlord Spider Queen, where would you be? I'd hazard a guess and say past the hook monster thingies. But I'm just spitballing. I'm sure we can follow the tracks once more and walk another loop, and get your steps in. However you want to put it.
Can go try to look back around this cavern, but it's
This-
pretty
Wonder
dark.
if the tracks continue at the top of the cliff.
We didn't see anything when we went upstairs.
Did we go look?
We did. Myself and Dredd did, and we didn't see any tracks up there.
And the only path was back from the way we came. Yes?
Yeah. Yeah. As far as I remember. Unless there's a secret passage in that tunnel.
Is likely.
It was all squeezy. We go look in the tunnel again?
I
We're
guess it's
missing
worth a try.
something.
All right. You guys climb back up the cliff and go back into the tunnel?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Easy enough to do with your rope of climbing and the other bits. Not going to make you guys all roll athletics check. You know how to climb ropes at level 11. Back once more. This narrow kind of fissure ripped open in the side of this cliffside. Darkness beyond. Overlooks this mass expanse of odd wonder that is a massive cavern of the Underdark.
Is there anything up from here? Or does it just...
The cliffside does continue up higher. You would estimate about like 30 feet up, like till you get to like till it starts to curve naturally, making the ceiling of the massive cavern beyond.
The glowing mushrooms follow a path, or are they just mushrooms growing any which way?
It looks like they're just growing naturally and almost randomly. There would be patches of the 70-foot tall zerk woods or little sparse bits of the little night lights fainting or faintly glowing and dimming in and out. But it looks kind of like a natural wonderland. Nothing looks... I don't see any pattern within it.
I want to go check out that dead end again.
Okay. Yeah,
Go.
it's back a little ways, as it takes about 5 minutes or so to get back to where you had come from. That door still loosely there, like a draped cloth in nothingness, in a little crevice, but still doorway-esque shaped. As the tunnel goes about 5 or so more minutes to the dead end. Actually, I don't think it was that far. I think it was like 150 feet.
I don't think Bryn actually ever got back there last time because we were told to turn around. Take a really good look
Yeah, give
around the dead end.
me a perception check as you take a really good look.
That doesn't work.
I'm pretty sure some of you guys scoured it pretty well. I think there was like a 26 or something when you guys searched it last time.
No.
With a 7,
No.
it looks like rocks in here. Maybe 7 or 8 feet wide. It's just until it narrows to a point, like a natural fissure.
Well, I got nothing.
Well,
I don't know how much this will help, but Brindrag will grumble to himself, and he'll start growling under his breath and begin to ritually cast Detect Magic.
okay. You start grumbling and ritually cast that. Dread will say, "Fuck this shit. I'm gonna go tell those wizards. They're holding back on us. I just know it." And he's gonna head back and go through the portal.
Okay.
But as you ritually cast Detect Magic, nothing sticks out. There's no magic within this cave. It's a dead end.
Okay. Keep it running as we continue to look, just in case.
Yeah. What is everyone else doing in this narrow fissure?
I can't. I don't have the drift globe out. Then I can't really see much. I'm just kind of chilling by somebody. Just
Sure.
staying right next to some, probably Bryn or Zon.
Because it's pitch black in here. You can't see shit. Unless anyone has light. But I don't think anyone was casting any light other than Dread.
I'll cast
Don't have
light.
light.
You can easily cast light on your wand or something.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Shall we go try to see if there's any magic in the tunnels?
Be something
Or there's-
somewhere.
If there's anything in the tunnels at all?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys head backwards. Back through the tunnels, trying to scour. How are you? Just kind of keep an eye out?
Guess just looking everywhere. And touching
Anything
all the
that might
walls.
have been recently moved.
That too, yeah. Touching the walls, making any stone loose or that kind of stuff.
I guess give me a group investigation check. As Bryn, you would notice a severe amount of magic from the portal as you pass by it. Obviously, conjuration.
Ugh.
Oof. No, this tunnel seems jagged and sharp. Very natural forming. Everywhere you feel, everywhere you look.
Great.
Okay. So we have established that this tunnel is nothing, more or less.
That's what it would appear to be.
Okay, so I say we move on to the next section, which I guess is back down at the bottom.
Sounds like progress. Yeah.
Well, we could always follow those tracks back to their point of origin. Because we were following where they were going, not where they had been. Um, before we go down, can't help but think that maybe there's something up. I mean, we are talking about like spider things, right?
Ooh,
See, I can send my companion to go check up in the further up if there's anything on the roof of this cavern.
You know, up the cliff where it
and
meets
you're
the
not
ceiling.
seeing anything with your magic.
No.
No, that bright ass portal.
That is true. It is powerful, but nothing illusory.
Well, spell doesn't work on illusion. We could always see if there's anything invisible involved.
That is true.
All right, I'll send a companion up to see
Okay.
if he can see further up in the closer to the ceiling of the cavern.
Yeah, it goes up about, like I said, like 30 or so feet before it starts to kind of bow and bend like a natural curvature of the cave. Looks around, it's rock. He would report back to you. Telepathically, or does he like make noises? This little lizard, this iguana-like creature with feathered wings of white.
He, he would just telepathically talk back, and I would hear telepathically, but he would be making noises, so everyone would just hear him make some like croaking noises.
Fair enough. Yeah, nothing discernible up there. Plenty of stalactites reaching down 20, 30 feet. So it's not a barren ceiling by any means. Water dripping and moisture collecting.
Nothing magical. Maybe something invisible.
Possibly. We
I
have any
mean-
ways to see invisibility?
Everybody can
Secret.
see invisibility.
Secret temple. I mean, secret.
It was our gift. Or our curse.
right.
All right. Okay, it's not concentration. So you could actually see invisible and detect magic all at the same time.
Yeah.
Um.
You can see it all.
All right. Well, let's see what we can see. But I swear, if I do this and there are like 24 drow standing around us, I will scream loudly.
As expected.
So
Fair
Brindrag
enough.
will wave his hand in front of his eyes, and they will turn from green to kind of a greenish yellow, so almost blue, and cast see invisibility.
As your eyes blink with that sensation of seeing things that aren't there, as you turn towards the wall, right next to the ledge, there is a plain 10-foot wide doorway, closed, made of iron.
Yeah, there's the door.
Just right there,
A big iron door.
right by the ledge.
Nice.
Right here.
Well, can you open it?
Kind of examine it. How does it look? Does it seem to have a lock, a
It
pull ring?
does look
What's
like it
going-
has keyholes for the locks on both doors, a big double door, and pull rings to pull outward. Heavily
Well, it looks like
reinforced, but very well worn. Like, just kind of rusted a little.
I see locks, pull rings. Is it emanating any magic?
It is.
What kind of magic?
Abjuration. I would say because you're seeing invisibility, illusion as well.
Okay. It's got abjuration on it, which probably means kaboom or something like that.
It means it's locked.
It's locked. I'm not sure if it's locked.
Knock on the door.
I could try punching it.
Knock.
I mean, someone's bound to open it. If there's someone down here.
Uh,
I have a feeling anybody who's supposed to be here can just open it.
yeah.
You don't knock on your own door.
I don't think I can open it from a distance.
I'll go over and I'll just kick at the wall that he's examining, try and bust it
Oh
in.
boy.
Yeah, give me an athletics check.
Brindrag will go, oh crap, and sort of move back a little as
Dirty
dude
20.
walks past.
With a 20. It's weird because, you're looking at a rock face, but you would all hear this loud twang, this like kicking a drum, a steel drum. Yeah, it sounds like heavy iron. And it feels like it too when you kick it.
I was expecting rock, but not rock. Yeah, that was harder. Ow.
Anyone know how to lockpick?
Nope.
We can try
Think-
lockpicking it.
Only Bryn can see it.
Well, you can all cast it on yourselves if you want to all see it.
It lasts for an hour.
Can I feel along the
And
wall? Is there a handle?
I know the spell itself, so it's if we need it later.
I'd say as you feel along the wall, you can eventually find a handle, knowing the location of the door.
Try and open it.
It's locked.
No.
Are there any writings around it? Any
It is a plain, unmarked door. You can see a footprint on it.
I'll take this kind of rusty key that I have around my neck, take it off, and I'll try and find a hole and put it in and try and see.
Is that a
what
mystery key?
it is?
Roll a D100. Was it 10%? So on a 10 or lower?
I think it's a 5%.
So on a 5 or lower, it'll work.
Thought it was just a D20, and if you rolled a natural 20.
This works. I'm gonna.
Yeah, that's true.
59.
It doesn't fit. It's too small, too loose.
I'll find your home one day. I'll put it back on my neck.
Well, found the door. Step 1.
Step 2, the guy who picks locks went upstairs, or ran away.
I can pick locks. Do I have lockpick set though?
Sure, you have a set of lockpicks. If you're proficient with the tool, absolutely.
Okay.
Why wouldn't you?
All right, then I will get a good look at the door then. So how does this magic thing work? And I'll just kind of hit the side of my head, and my eyes will start to glow.
All right, a little bit of yellow glow similar to Bryn's is, yeah, you perceive this very nondescript iron door. Like it's just plain heavy iron.
All right.
Plenty of
let's try.
rivets.
Well, I'll bring my tools out. All right, force didn't work. Maybe a little technique might.
All right,
Try and take it.
give me a sleight of hand. I think I am gonna bring back like if you're proficient with the tool, because why not? I'll let you have advantage.
Does mine need it? That's a natural 20 for 24.
24. I will say barely beating the DC. As it
Damn.
it takes a minute. There's something like almost every time you hear one click, like you got one of the tumblers and you got a couple more to go, it almost resets itself as if by like automatically, but eventually you hear click and then another click and then one final third click after about a minute and a half of work on this door. You feel you got it.
I think I did it. I think I got this one. I'll crack the handle, push it in or out, I'll open the door.
It's a pull.
Pull it open.
As you pull it open, you and Bryn can see into it, a dark interior within. Everyone
That's
else
why
like
it didn't work.
doesn't see the. You see a wall as he pulls on nothing.
All right, I guess we shouldn't do this. And Arrow closes his eyes and reopen them and have them glow to see the invisibility.
Yeah, as you see, dude just pulling on open a door into darkness beyond.
All right, shall we go?
Lead on.
I think we need to be cautious of things they might have left for non-drow coming in here.
Yeah, so no lights.
Yes, I'd say maybe.
Close the door behind you.
Our options either be very stealthy or disguise.
I'm not good at either.
Well, I'll be able to make a check. Do I know anything about the religion?
Absolutely. Give me a religion check.
Okay. Sorry, my internet's a bit slow.
It's all right.
Religion.
The 19. You would know a few
like-
things. So go ahead. Sorry, what were you saying?
I suppose it like, do I know like any phrases of worship or
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, typically wearing spider-shaped paraphernalia amongst the clergy, a typical religious greeting would be something like the Spider Queen smiles on you. And yeah, spider-shaped stuff is like, web-looking cloaks or spider-shaped pauldrons and things of that nature. If anything webby and spidery is the thing. But typically drow, but not strictly drow, worship the Spider Queen. And again, the Spider Queen smiles on you is a typical greeting amongst them.
okay. Okay. That's good. So yes, originally it was very much a drow religion. But nowadays they've become a little bit, well, I would like to say more open, but we don't really want that. The other races besides drow also have been known to start worshipping the Spider Queen. I believe from what I've previously read that mainly it's just like web paraphernalia that they generally wear. If if you want to grab some web and put it on your clothing, maybe. And they have a greeting. They have this greeting. It's Spider Queen smiles upon you. I think with a bit of finesse, we may be able to get through this without having to kill a bunch of people.
So we go in acting like some worshippers.
I think we could do it.
All right. Guess it's worth a try. I ain't much one for deception, but I guess we could try.
Sounds fun.
Don't look at it as deception. Just look at it as playing a part. You know, this is just a really big, creepy play that you are a character in.
Yeah, deception or that. I'm not the best at acting up.
That's okay. That's what we have. That's why we're here.
So are we going to say we're here just to worship, or is there another reason?
I honestly don't think we need to say why we're here. Well, if you go
Okay.
to a church, they don't ask why you're there. You just say praise be to God, and they welcome you in.
All right.
Alrighty.
So light is okay then?
Oh, right.
Probably not.
I mean,
Probably not.
they surely not live in the dark all the time. They have to have some light.
You've heard of drow cities. They don't live in the dark. Like,
There'll be daylight.
even you guys that have dark vision, light helps. Like, so it's not uncommon for people to carry light sources. Like, otherwise, like things like perception checks are at disadvantage if you don't have bright light. And so it's very common for people with dark vision to use light.
Maybe we put
Maybe
some
get some
webs
torch.
on maybe put some webs on Dexter's globe. Speaking
Maybe
of webs,
just
do we notice the presence of webs, or
In the entryway, you start to see some webbing. Like as you open the door. Outside, it seems more clean of webbing. A few cobwebs here and there, but nothing grand. No display of massive webbings.
right. So probably a few torches, and
Bring the drift globe out.
Bring the drift globe out.
all right?
Are you disguising yourselves? If so, how so?
If as we're walking, I'll find a couple little spider webs and I'll just kind of, drape it like a veil over my face and put it over on my robes.
Okay. Is everyone doing
Really
the
have
same?
much.
That's what you meant, right, Larissa?
About our only option.
yeah. And Arrow put his hood up and covers cloak with some webbings.
I'd like everyone to give me a deception check then, if this is what you're doing.
Yeah.
Just using regular webbings.
12.
Larissa, you stylize these webs on you perfectly. It is so fabulous.
Ah, who are you?
Draping it like along your face and like just kind of creepy, I don't know, like Madam Web or something like that. I doesn't exist in this world, and Madam Web doesn't really particularly look very webby anyway, so. But yeah, you guys are all draped in webbery. Drapery, you know.
Webbery.
Yep. There's webs all over you. It's sticky. It's not a
Don't hurt
fun
yourself again.
experience, but you feel pretty confident that you're covered in webs. You go through the entrance.
Oh, the difference between charisma
Yeah.
plus and
Mhm.
charisma plus.
Yeah. I don't have much charisma.
Yeah, Nero's just got like put some webs on his like shoulder of his cloak, and just a couple more here and there. But it might work. We'll find out. As you guys enter in to the interior of the space with Larissa with your wand lit up and Elias, no, dude. It's because I looked over and your names, Anyways, but dude has that drift globe out, probably holding it. Otherwise, it'll drift like 60 feet behind you.
Yeah.
As you walk into this space, the remains of a mold-covered broken wagons, barrels languish this large foyer. Humanoid skeletal remains lie strewn about, their swords and armor bent and rusted. You do see something gleam next to the bodies propped along the northern wall here. Double doors on the east, northeast, and southeast walls, all rusted shut. You do notice it continues a little further to the south, a little in the southwest as you open this. But yeah, I'm gonna bring you guys to a map. Just remember to don't just wander around, be descriptive about what you're doing as you're doing it.
So we're coming from right there.
Yes, that would be the open to nothingness.
Walk with purpose.
Where are you walking to?
The south? Should we
Door.
walk to the south?
Doors.
Our natural enemy.
Yes.
We're already in. Perhaps they don't lock the doors inside the home.
Should we close the main doors? Oh, they might automatically lock though, and if we need to get out quickly.
Yeah. I say we go down south. Check check down there unless want to look at the rusted doors.
We have to act like we know where we're going.
Oh, I do that all the time.
And lead the way.
Confidence is key. Honestly, darling, if you ever want to steal something, just walk out of the room like you own it.
Stealing is bad. All right.
You don't tell me you haven't done it before.
Dexter, we...
I mean, I wouldn't really call it stealing. To kind of look at this barrel and this debris, kind of give it a glance, look over. Anything?
And this
Significant or-
debris immediately... give me a perception check. With a 7.
Wow, that's a bunch of crap.
It's debris. I mean, nothing here sticks out. You would notice, like in the glint of light, something on the north side by the bodies gleaming with light. Not with light, but like kind of just reflecting ever so lightly. That one is easy enough to see. Something up there on the northern wall. But as you're kind of meandering a little bit to the south, you can see that it opens up to the southwest a little more. As you can actually see a little bit of dim light coming from there.
There's some light up ahead.
All right. Nero would go just to check real quick the gleaming stuff up north before you would
Sure.
join back with them.
So it's all the way up here, Nero.
All right. You would look at what it is.
I would say while this is happening, they're doing that. So Nero, this will be a moment. We'll do you first real quick. You would see what looks like a pair of rubies on the ground next to a skeleton in the corner.
He's gonna grab those 2 rubies and go back to the group.
Yeah, as you grab a ruby, give me a dex save.
Oh boy.
27.
With a 27, you only take, 27 points of lightning damage. As you try to grab the ruby, this electric shock pulses through your hand as you try to let go in time, but it still zaps through your every being as the ruby is stuck to the ground. You guys would hear this faint bit of electricity, just this like a bug zapper.
Oh, I know that noise.
Okay, so the ruby's still on the ground. Okay.
Uh-huh.
He's just gonna
But that'll take a moment.
sigh.
As you're doing that. Everyone else heading, well, at least Bryn and Zom, it sounds like, heading southward.
I'll head with them.
All right.
Kind of
Okay.
carefully looking around.
I'm following.
All right. As you guys all head southward, you can see a semicircular chamber beyond to the southwest, containing some sort of shrine. Next, across from the 2 doors down there, you would note that, yeah, semicircular chamber looks to make a natural alcove. Shelves carved into the wall from the floor and ceiling holding small repulsive items, including bloody baubles, shriveled fingers, and idols carved from bone. 2 figures crouch before the shelves.
Hmm.
One of them
And at
looks.
that moment,
Yes.
Bryn will turn and look to Zom and Larissa and like somehow knowing this, he'll go, someone just got
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hear that zap from the north.
there's some.
There's going to be people everywhere.
You would see a Dwergar and what looks to be a hobgoblin down there. Dwergar gets up first, looking upon you for a moment. You see him pull a dagger out.
May the Spider Queen smile upon you.
Ugh. I don't remember seeing these. As he kind of honestly, when he sees Zom, a little bit of relief washes over his face. Ugh. The Spider Queen smiles upon you as well.
As you were. Of course.
As they look upon you. Who sent you here? With this long pause.
We have come to worship.
And by all means, pay respects to the Spider Queen. Makubli, stop hogging the altar. The hobgoblin looks over. Ah. Smiles at you all. We just bagged ourselves a Cyclops. Not to brag, but pretty extraordinary.
No, that's certainly worth bragging about. It's no mean feat.
Don't get too many surface folk up here. Or down here, rather. It's good to have more people in Webb's Edge, though. What is your recent prize? What is your gift to Loth?
Okay.
Well, that is why we are here. We're here to seek her guidance.
Huh. Guidance.
We only want to perform acts that would truly please her.
Well, me and Torkner, we've already claimed the route between Menzoberranzan and Blingdenstone. Those are our supply caverns. But don't think to stake your claim there.
Understood.
They just kind of
Oh,
pause awkwardly.
Can I just stare them down and kind of get a read on what they're going? Their body language?
Sure. Give me a insight check just
Are
based on
they
their body language. Do you have advantage on that?
Everybody does. It was our secret.
Oh, that's right. Absolutely. With a 27, it would seem that the dwarf doesn't seem particularly skilled with the blade he's holding, but also doesn't seem very trusting. Neither does the hobgoblin. They're both a little on edge, but Hobgoblin Makubli seems a little more proud of their recent accomplishment and seems like gloating. But they are both still hesitant in this moment. They don't seem fully convinced. Seem like they're just playing along to see where this goes.
So do we keep going or?
Of course. We want no claim to your root. So, well, I think we should be on our way.
Oh, a big meeting, eh?
To be determined. Well, congratulations on the Cyclops.
Yes, it was terrorizing. Should be put to good use.
Why do I think we're going to run into that?
It is a prisoner.
For now.
Shall we go?
All right, kind of make towards the two doors down here.
Yeah?
And go ahead and open one of them. Kind of, keeping an eye out. See what they do.
It is locked. As you pull on the ring of the door, the pull ring. Dwarful. You going somewhere? And smiles. Hobgoblin will say, members only. There's this tense moment. Neither of them say anything, but start sizing you up. Is Nero and Dude like still hanging way back?
Nero would have slowly walked back towards them.
Okay.
Members only.
Yeah.
Are you suggesting what I think you are?
It is no suggestion. Troop from the surface. Their whole vibe seems... The dwarf will kind of finish that sentence. Inadequate.
Says the pair who only managed to take down a measly cyclone.
Oh,
I
I
simply
really
do
think
not
the
know.
Spider Queen will be happy with a Cyclops, of all things, something so common.
You should not have disrespected the lady. Oh,
give me an intimidation check, Larissa.
Try.
Just with a 26. Hobgoblin steps back a moment. We'll see if you can do better. I'm sure they can do better, McCoobly. They are many, and we are few. And just kind of like rolls his hand out, gesturing. It would seem the Spider Queen smiles upon each of us. Kind of
Maybe some
gritting
of
his
us
teeth.
more than others.
As the hobgoblin puts his nose up in the air, grabs a finger off the wall, and kind of still somewhat bloody and bony, rubbing it almost like a stress ball. We are seeking guidance from herself. Looks upward towards the ceiling as you see a small spider-shaped carving in the rock, almost angling down. And he starts muttering something in Undercommon. Does anyone speak Undercommon?
Nope.
Nope.
All right.
Um, Step back up towards the little place of worship here next to Larissa, and then kind of look back at Dude and Carta, twitch my head towards the door and try to block their view of him as
Okay.
much as possible.
Yeah, give me a...
With a big old Zom in the way.
I'll say a deception check. It'll be a stealth check with charisma. Why not? Which I don't know if you're
So
proficient with stealth and you're just deception check.
I am.
All right.
I am. So I'll just do deception. Hopefully I'll roll better than I have been. 16.
Dude taking the cue to go pick the lock.
Yeah, I'll tuck the drift glove inside the robe, kneel down, I'll go and pick the lock, try and pick the lock.
Okay. Give me a sleight of hand check with advantage.
Team.
With a 19. You can't get the lock unlocked. It seems to be somewhat different or more rusted than the previous one.
I'll stand back up, back off.
Well, there were 2 other sets of doors.
Don't let us keep you. Sure, you have important things to do.
Or we could beat up these bums and see if they have a key.
Hobgoblin's still just kind of squeezing onto that finger like a stress ball. Eyeing you all each. Trying to figure you out.
Spider Queen smiles upon you, I say, as I back out. I do not turn my back to them. Good luck in your future endeavors. Seems as you will need it.
We will have her blessing soon. She will more than smile upon us.
Okay.
I'll go with Larissa, but I don't care. I'll show my back.
All right. Head back to the main chamber.
Okay. Heading back upward. As they go about their business of praying, Makubli, the hobgoblin, doesn't seem to let go of the finger, though.
Anything down there?
Sheesh, Nero, what happened to your hair?
Yeah. Ruby up there touched it, and I've been zapped.
Oh,
I thought we covered this in the Dragon's Hoard. You don't touch gems that we don't know.
Yeah, but the temptation is usually too high.
I'll try and pop these locks.
Okay. Yes. Sleight of hand with the advantage.
It's a natural 20 for 24.
With the 24, you do pick these locks. You hear the familiar clicking. A little bit easier than the door outside.
Ooh, I got this one.
oh, more doors.
As you would see, yes, more doors. A hallway, empty aside from the doors to the east, and a passageway heading northward. Zom kind of steps forward into the hallway. Zom, you can see up ahead an enormous pentagram drawn in chalk with stubby, unlit candles placed at each of its 5 points covers the floor of this open chamber. A hooded figure hunched over a cluttered table in the southwest corner of this space, mumbling profane phrases, you would assume. And it just kind of looks up at you all. A little gnome. Dark skin. Bald.
Can I recognize anything about this ritual?
Give
Do
me
I
a
know what they
religion
do?
check.
Religion. Blah.
You are uncertain what is going on here. eyeing you
From a
all as
glance, can I tell what type of magic the circle's meant to?
sure. I would say your detect magic is probably over at this point, but you can give me an Arcana check to try and figure out
Yeah,
what theme of magic.
kind of tippy toe look at it. Ah, 13.
Either conjuration or divination. You're uncertain.
Hmm.
For this
Or grumble to
figure
myself.
speaking in a language you do not understand, eyeing you all and just or trying not to eye you all, continues his chanting.
Superstitious. Um, May the Spider Queen smile upon you.
As you say that, he's still proceeding with the incantation. Moment passes. As he stops speaking, the candles one by one light up. And a dark wind whooshes through the chamber, coalescing in the center of the space, swirling, as you do see a large bipedal creature with two massive arms and two smaller arms underneath those, horned, red of skin, screaming out as it enters into the space. The gnome will turn to you all. Like a deception check from Bryn with advantage.
I fail this. I quit. All right. 22.
With a 20 freaking 2. Yeah. Spider Queen is definitely smiling upon all of us today. Great plans. So much. So many plans. Are you here to aid us?
We're here to seek guidance. That's quite a summoning you've accomplished.
As the creature, snarling, staring around, speaking in a language, as the gnome speaks back in this horrid abyssal language. I don't know if anyone speaks abyssal. I'm gonna take that as a no. Holding his hand out towards it. Yeah. We're gonna have lots of fun coming up. She demands it.
Indeed. Do I recognize what type of demon that is?
It would be a religion check.
Oops. Oh no. It's ugly.
It has large
Ugly demon.
pincers at the end of its big hands, or big arms. You are uncertain, but it definitely seems demonic. Pacing back and forth in this circle.
Great. Something else we might have to deal with if this goes bad.
I think the word you're searching for is win.
Yeah.
Seeking guidance. Ah. And guidance will be ahead. That's for sure. Guidance for the mission.
The mission.
Yeah. Is that not why you're here?
We're here to seek guidance for our next hunt.
Hmm.
Can I nonchalantly just kind of sneak across and try and open this door?
Sure.
Or see if it's locked and unlock it if it is?
This one is, double check which room this is. That's down there. This one is not locked. Double check. Yeah, this one is not locked.
I will leave it be.
As you pull on it, it pulls a little bit. You'd probably want to see Finitha if you're to help us out with guidance for the next mission.
This is our first time here. Could you point us in the right direction?
Oh, just north of here, through the curtain. Sure, she'll be able to suss out anything that might go amiss with the plans ahead.
I'll walk that thing.
We appreciate your help greatly.
Well, she does smile upon us. Smile more and more every day. You can see books and scrolls and all sorts of things on this table.
Guess we kind of gotta go.
Yes.
Yeah, don't break the circle.
Yeah, as you all creep around, the summoner watches you. Ah. And you can see a torn curtain to the north of here. A hallway, spiky stone heading eastward.
I assume this person he mentioned is a priestess, so that could be tricky.
Everything about this is tricky.
But undoubtedly, she would know where our objective is.
She knows what it is. She probably
Would
won't talk
you-
about it.
Yes. But Mordekainen did say that you wouldn't be. Ugh. He said that it appears as just an object, so maybe she doesn't, or they don't know what it is. Hopefully.
Well, you said we should know when we find it, so we'll see.
Okay. Here we go.
We keep going.
Ooh,
As
those look like interesting
as
people.
you pull back the curtain, you can see relief carvings of spiders and webs decorate the chamber's walls, which are papered over with tactical maps and schematics, and gathered around paperwork-covered table in the room's center are several cloaked figures, as well as a horned, winged devil with a whip on her belt. speaking in Undercommon for the moment. Oh. And you are...
Spider Queen smiles on you.
Yes, she does. And you are...
Members, we were told to come here in order to
Help with
have
the mission.
guidance on the mission.
You just missed the briefing. There will be
You're
lashings
terribly-
involved for lateness, tardiness, of course. Give me a deception check.
Brendrag is twitching so hard, trying not to blow up this room right now.
Yeah, yeah. Nero's probably really.
Confined space.
Nero's probably holding himself not to notch an arrow and just throw it.
The nat frickin' 20. Oh,
Larissa's just standing there
Yes.
clenching her jaws, just like, don't fucking do anything.
you should see the plans. We have... You know about the mining operation, yes?
Yes.
We have other operatives embedded within it. We're going to kidnap the most powerful ones and feed them to Karak. Sorry. Any miners who refuse worship of the Spider Queen, well, they will be eliminated, of course.
Of course.
Plan to go in while they're sleeping. With your assistance and, oh, pets of yours. Glances over towards your allies.
Yes, they do come in useful occasionally.
And Grotnell is summoning us a Glabrazoo to join in the fight. It will be
Yes,
marvelous.
we saw that.
Oh, it is
Quite the
already
achievement.
completed.
It is.
Wonderful.
Would I be able to do put a scan of the room to see if I can see anything rod-like?
Yeah, give me a perception check. As you look around the room.
Perception. Not my
12.
best.
It's mostly papers and that hellish-looking lantern in the center, emanating a little bit of light. Robed figures all within. Pale skin, and some of them don't appear to even have eyes.
Awesome. I do have a question though, if I may, of course.
This will be the only time for questions, as once the mission is underway, we will not stop. We will not relent. You hear a couple
Well,
of
of
like
course.
mumbled cheers, like yeah, from underneath the breath of the robed figures.
Well, of course. Nothing should stop you from completing the mission besides your own death. And even then, that shouldn't. We plan on going while they sleep, yes.
Yes, exactly.
I assume the purpose of that is for stealth or for a surprise attack.
Obviously, this is a very carefully
the
laid out
huge-
plan, months in the making.
I understand. Wouldn't the large demon kind of ruin that plan?
It will
Just
add to the
in a
chaos
stealth way.
that will make it happen. Oh, it can be perfectly stealthy.
Okay, that's interesting.
Gardnell has assured me of its quietness. As you hear it roar in the background, just like kind of
Mhm.
almost panting.
Seems kind of pissed off to me.
Mean.
And she'll be able to control this demon well.
Completely. Demons are feeble-minded, so easily swayed with the right magics.
Yes, as a magic user myself, but I do understand that that is a rather complicated spell. Lots of things could go wrong as well, wouldn't they?
I have been assured they won't. Even if they do, well, it's nothing I couldn't handle myself.
You seem completely confident in your plan. That is an admirable quality in a leader.
I have been guided by Loth herself to do so, summoned by her to extract and divulge and plan intricately. You will, of course, assist us by going undercover. You seem like you have the perfect suitings for it. Wasn't expecting surfacers down here, but a welcome development.
Wow. Every god should be looking to expand.
What do you mean, my god?
No, I said every god.
Oh. Sorry, I misheard you.
Oh,
Every
no, it's
god
okay.
isn't her beauty. Every god should kneel before her and perish.
Yes, I couldn't agree more.
I will find
Well-
your places in the plan and alert you once I have adjusted. How many are you?
5. And occasionally we have a friend. He's currently on another mission at the moment, unfortunately. I'm not sure if he'll be back for this invasion.
Very well. I will fit you into the plan. Your lashings will be quick to follow. I have little patience and tolerance.
Excellent. Well, we are just going to have a little bit of a walk around, stretch our legs, and we will come back here and we will reconvene.
Get some rest.
Yes, of course. May the Spider Queen smile on you. And back out the room.
She
close the
already has.
curtain. Yes.
Blow it up so bad.
As Larissa comes out, Casmus would sign like, "What the fuck happened there?" so that no one understand what they're saying.
I mean, you can close the curtain.
Yeah, but there's the gnome behind him.
Oh yeah, who's eagerly looking over his newly summoned beast.
Oh yeah, it would still sign like, "What the fuck happened?"
Does Larissa
You
speak
please
sign
join
language?
the cult. Yeah, she does.
Okay, good.
Yes. Moving on. I say let's wrap this up.
Yeah.
One, before we get those lashings, because I'm sorry, I could not do with the scars on my back. Thank you. And two, as much as I look absolutely glamorous in this web paraphernalia, it's a little bit too death for me.
I need to find that goddamn rod.
Yes, well, it was definitely not in there,
I'm assuming you're saying all
as
this
far as I could tell.
in the hall, not like.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And probably whispering.
Hey, what was around the corner, Zom?
Nothing. Dead end.
Ugh.
There's a door back there.
Yeah. I guess we need to walk back all big and ugly, creepy, and
Oh, just to the east, to the west here. Just before the curtain, there's a door, a double door.
I would say this space, you would know that would go to the front room.
yeah. Kind of walk through again and just nod approvingly.
How did your meeting go?
Well, went very well. We are just awaiting the launch of the mission.
Looking forward to it. Seeing what this bad boy can do.
Yeah, it should be glorious.
Yes. Just be sure not to lose control of it.
It's kind of its purpose. Demons and all.
Yes, but you won't want too much friendly fire.
Where are you going? Sees you heading
To rest.
eastward. I would suggest
Can
not
hardly
going
do that
that
near a
direction
beast.
to rest. Unless you're looking for a permanent one.
Well, maybe we are.
What's in there?
You mean you don't know?
We just arrived here, so no, it's our first time
And
here.
you don't
I said
know
earlier.
what's here? As the gnome shuts the book in front of him. Speak plainly. Or suffer the consequences.
Speak plainly about what?
What your business is. You don't know what's here. Coming for guidance for Loth. Wandering around like you own the place.
We don't question where the Spider Queen sends us. We just obey.
Give me a
Or
dis-
would you suggest we do otherwise?
Give me a deception check. I'm going to say at disadvantage, Bryn. Because a flaw has been pointed out already. Grotnell seems more scrutinous than most.
Big ol' 11. Well, that doesn't match my dice at all.
I think she sent you right where you need to be. Don't worry. I'll take you to see Karak myself. If that's what it takes. As Grotnell pointedly steps backward, erasing part of the circle, as if breaking the line of salt, or the line of the chalk, freeing the demon at hand. We're gonna roll initiative. And with that, we're also going to take our little 5-10 minute break as we are in Web's Edge. As cracks have been starting to form in your deception, have been pretty good so far. But we're going to take a little 5-10 here as one person is not being swayed. One person with a demon at hand as well. Stick around, folks. We'll be back here in a few with this combat. All right, folks. Well, last we left off after locating the door right by where you guys came into the Underdark from, headed into Web's Edge, talk and kind of infiltrated a little bit, speaking to some of these worshippers of Lolth, finding they have summoning a demon, one of them did, and interrupting a meeting amongst several, and found out that they were planning to assault some camp nearby, taking the leaders and feeding them to something named Kurarak. But trying to sneak past this gnome once more, maybe not sneak, but edge your way past into a room that he didn't think that you, or she didn't think that you should go into. Unable to talk your way out of it, she broke the circle to allow the demon within to go free. We've rolled initiative, and that's where we're going to pick up. As do we want Eternal Terminal, Nerves? No, Eternal Terminal, Hitman, or Darkling?
I like Eternal Terminal. That sounds fun.
We'll find out if it is. Larissa, you are up first. What, pray tell, are you doing?
The entire bloody 5 minute break trying to think of what to do.
I'm going to try hypnotic pattern.
Okay. As you go to cast this spell, this gnome, waving her hand in the air, speaking in Undercommon, muttering a spell to counter your own. I need a Constitution saving throw.
Bitch.
With the 6, your spell fails. Good news is you don't use the spell slot, though, anymore. But you have been
But
stopped.
I use the action.
Use the action, and your spell does not go through. As a smirk comes over this gnomish person. Did I show you the art for that? There's a little art for them, too. But anything else for Larissa?
Mm. No.
All right. As she takes a step backwards, that will take us to Zom.
Alright. 2, 3. That's what I thought. I will use Orcish Blood Rush to dash as a bonus action.
Okay. Running through your comrades to take center stage or front line. Straight up,
And
I gotcha.
And then I will use my once a day. Let's hope this works. I'm going to cast Dispel Evil on the demon.
Oh.
In an attempt to banish him.
Oh, tell us what this looks like as you're casting it. Is it a con save? Wisdom?
It's a charisma saving throw.
Okay.
I clicked it. I did all the clickies.
I believe you. What does it look like as you're casting it? As you rush up and just kind of get between these two.
My hand kind of glows in flame as I reach out to grab it. And if it takes effect, it will be consumed in flame. But I can't get it to pop up on the text.
What is the DC?
The DC will be my DC. The DC is 16.
Okay. As flames start to erupt around this creature, even with the advantage, got a 13.
Yes.
It will be sent back to its home plane if it isn't there already.
As these flames erupt, and it is just gone as smoldering smoke fills its space. What have you done? Anything else for Zom?
That was that. That was that. Actually, let me work as a bonus action. Does not require me to have taken the attack action. I'm just going to bonus action
Yeah, hit this guy.
attack.
Yeah.
Hit this guy.
As you know, I'm going to give you inspiration because that was a very clutch and perfectly timed move.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll just attack him.
A 20
And let him
will
know there is no doubt.
absolutely hit him.
For 14 points of damage, 7 of which is radiant.
As your blade arcs out with light from the glaive. She yelps out in pain. Help! Anything else for Zom?
Now that there's not a giant demon, I will take one more step, and then that will be all.
That will take us to Dude.
I will run forward and vault over this desk. And I'm going to try and wrap her up, put her in a headlock.
Okay, trying to go for a grapple.
Yeah. That's a
Unarmed strike.
22.
Yeah. You grab onto her. Is that what you're trying to do? Is grapple her?
Yeah.
Okay. You start to grab onto her. She slips out. She's nimble. She got a 20 on her save.
All right. Let's try it again. 14.
14 just misses.
All right. Well then, we will just have to bonus action flurry of blows then.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pop on these ones.
All right. Taking 3 unarmed strikes, just popping 16 hits. Eleven
11
damage.
Force. Second.
You just crack her right across the jaw. 27 for sure hits.
9 points of force damage. And the last one. 15.
15 just hits.
Ooh. For 12 more.
Oof. As you start pummeling her, blood, flying from her mouth. Screaming out in pain. Anything else for dude?
Ooh. Nah.
Alright. That will take us to her turn. She is going to... kind of weaving webs all around her. She pops in a mist of webbings, calling out for help, and then proceeds to... this purplish energy in her hands arcs it out towards both Zom and Dude. 2 bolts heading towards Zom while Dude gets 1. Zom getting a 22 and an 11 to hit.
One of those will hit.
As you take 27 points of force damage. That was max, by the way.
Ouch.
And getting a 12 to hit Dude as these bursts of light kind of spit into webs as they hit Zom. The other kind of splatter onto the ground like webbings themselves. That will end her turn. As she's going to run around the corner first. She's got movement. You know what? She's going to run into the room. Huh. Ending her turn. Taking us to Nero.
There's nobody here anymore.
Uh-huh.
We could just leave.
Sure you can. Nero, what you doing?
I don't know if he knows that he's muted.
Oh, that would probably change everything.
Yeah. Yeah, Nero probably he would have seen I guess would have seen her figure go into the room in the distance. He said you should probably just go. And he would get towards the door and
Which
get
door?
towards the door. This one right there.
All
That they were
right.
about to go in.
Yeah, I mean, you can open it if you want.
No, he would wait until everyone is close by in case there's anything in there.
Okay. Anything for your action?
He would ready his action if there's anything that he wanted in sight.
Readying up
Ready an arrow.
an arrow. Gotcha.
An arrow.
That will take us to Brindreg.
Brindrag will move here. He's kind of, around the corner, peeking around, and he's going to hold a sorceress burst for anything that comes from that direction.
Okay. I have to roll live initiatives now real quick. So just bear with me for a moment as I get these initiatives going. Oh, and that one on initiative still got an 11. Okay. Larissa, you're still up. They all rolled. Not great. Wait, did it put? Let me make sure it got what's her name on there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Larissa, you are up. What are you up to?
What am I up to? I don't see anyone. There's no one to see. We'll save that for later. How far can I move forward? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Which isn't going to get me a view of anyone, is it? No, because they're all still hiding behind there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I guess, hold an Eldritch Blast attack for when someone comes through the curtain?
Absolutely, you can. Holding your ground there. That will take us to Zom.
Oh,
You know what's coming.
yeah. And it's slightly too. Do that.
Where's the choke point gonna be?
Yeah, well, if this was a 5-foot hallway, there wouldn't be a choke point.
Yeah, it would automatically. It is a choke point. The whole thing.
Nope, I'd wall it off with stone and we'd be done with it. But
Yeah,
it's a
there you go.
10-foot wall, and I can't do 10 feet.
Well, you're here now.
Because I took a level of fighter, I'm just gonna start by spending my bonus action
Second
to
wave.
catch my breath.
Yeah. Good
I'll
start.
heal 3 whole hit points.
Hey. Not too shabby.
But it was basically free.
Basically free. Getting some whooshing from Larissa too.
Oh, sorry.
You're good.
I don't think I have much. I'm going to step towards it, and then I will take the dodge action.
Okay, taking the dodge action. Denote that with blue. Taking us to Dexter. Dude. What's up?
At the start of the turn, I will attune to the elements around here. Start to just pick up a little bit of dirt, dust, start flying around the air. Starts to pick up in temperature. All my muscle fibers are crackling with electricity, and I will move forward. And I'm dashing, or not dashing, but I'm just running. And is the looking over at the curtain, is it still fluttering and waving from when they opened and went through it? Like I see glimpses into the room.
Ooh. Well, you got a pretty good passive perception, sure.
Alright, so I will throw an elemental burst into the room through the curtain.
I'm trying to explode right behind the curtain.
I'm just trying to get it into the room, like in that table area.
Yeah.
Flavored acid.
Okay. That's a dex save.
That is a dex save. 14. Not horrible.
Oh, pretty good.
Getting a few failures, actually.
Yeah.
As 18 points of acid. How do you feel about acid? Huh. Good to know. As you just acid, we're gonna say acid melts the door there, or the curtain. Why not?
I like it. And then bonus action, I will patient defense with the key with a focus point.
Okay.
Some temp HP.
Actually, you would see one dead person in there.
And that's my turn.
All right. That will take us to the... There's actually, Larissa, you can see someone up there. If you want to fire Eldritch Blast at her. Or Nitha. The winged woman. You're muted also. But yeah, blasting them both. All three hit.
Critical, yeah.
This is gonna hurt.
Okay,
A
so
20, that's a good one.
no, it's not.
7, 7, 5.
And is that, and then adding, I think, I forgot to put agonizing blast on, so add 5 to all of those.
Okay, so 12, 12, 10 for a total of 32 points of damage to this woman. As she flies out of the room. Told you you're gonna get your lashings. And her rope.
Oh, I get to fire.
You get your fire, yep, your sorcerer's burst.
Oh my god. Never mind.
Does indeed miss. I did tell you it's probably a good place to do your thing. I do need a strength saving throw from Larissa.
Okay.
As she pulls out this whip that lashes out towards Larissa. Larissa, you take 14 points of force damage as the rope consumes you and entangles you. almost like webbing. She is then going to continue her flight. She's pretty fast. Up to Zom. And slashes out with her sword at disadvantage as he's dodging. Avoiding a nat 22. Getting an 18, a 17, and an 18 to hit.
All will miss.
As flashing up against your armor. That will end her turn. Taking us to... Can you get there? I don't know if Nero, can you see him? Nero, you can kind of see someone. He'll have severe cover, but you can unleash your arrow if you'd like. To the left.
To the left. Yeah, I can barely see him. Wait, I do have... Don't I have sharpshooter?
Oh yeah, if you have sharpshooter, then it won't matter.
I forgot.
What a
Yeah, I do
great
have
feat.
sharpshooter. So we'll launch the arrow. Longbow. For 14.
14 is going to miss as he shoots a couple of crossbow bolts in your direction. Interesting. Is going to... Yeah, shoot out once at Brindrag and... No, he's going to bonus action dash. Once at Brindrag. Twice at Brindrag. Once, well, do one at each. Once Brindrag, one Nero, and one at the lizard. As a target. So against Brindrag getting a 9 to hit.
Say, oh crap, as it hits the ground at my feet.
As it singes the ground, it hits right next to your foot. Getting a nat 20 against the lizard.
He definitely hits.
As the lizard takes 48 points of damage.
Alright, well,
As
the
it
lizard goes down.
shitload of poison damage. As the lizard falls to the ground. And a shot towards Nero. Really? It's she's just a lizard killer. Getting a 13 to hit Nero.
Definitely misses. He just steps back.
As he runs forward into the side of the door, away from view. Taking us to some other guys. Rushing up, you would see an orcish individual, flames in his hand, as he does what you would probably expect, a massive fireball. Well, little bead of spiderwebby flames encircles around as he's going to cast fireball. Yeah, right there. I will need Larissa, Dude, and Zom to give me dex saves. Larissa's at disadvantage, Zom is at advantage.
Does dodge give you advantage on that? Or no?
Yes.
I also have advantage.
Did you dodge?
I have patient defense.
Oh, I thought you were just dashing. I'm sorry. A fireball erupts. Well, good news is you all pass. So everyone takes, and it's a horrible fireball. Everyone takes 10 points of fire damage.
I will take none, thank you very much.
Yeah, as it just flows behind you, the elements absorb into your own, ending their turn. As the weakened gnome looks over, you'll pay for what you did, and is going to, yeah, probably do the same thing. You know what? No, gonna single target Zom because you fucked up her plan.
Oh.
All at disadvantage. Unleashing 3 bursts of light towards you. Those webbings getting a 24, 14, and an 11 to hit you.
4 is good.
As you take 21 points of force damage. And she hides back around the corner. That will take us to someone else. And then Nero.
He's gonna go a bit forward right there just to see both sides. But he's going to attack this one down there.
He is gone.
him. He's gone?
You
Okay,
saw him
I'm
run
okay.
towards the door and
Okay, no.
against the wall next to it.
Well, what? Yeah, I wasn't sure what I was seeing was the wheel of the cart.
Yeah, yeah.
It was looking like him.
It does, yeah. Because that is where he was standing too.
All right. Well, he's gonna bonus action cast Hunter's Mark on the lady up there, the big
Okay.
horned woman. So let's go do Hunter's Mark. I'll check that one, and then we're gonna do a longbow at her.
Okay. Taking your shot.
Where's the longbow? I have so many fucking attacks. There you go. Not 20.
That I'm gonna say that hits, I guess.
I mean, I fucking hope it does. 19.
19 points of damage.
And second attack. 23.
23 does hit her.
For 6 points of damage.
Alright. Anything else for Nero?
Nope, that'll be it.
Alright, that will take us to a dead person. Go and get her off the initiative. And a live person. As a... Looks like a eyeless individual runs screaming forth. And that's all they do is they run. That's what they do. And then taking us to another individual who kind of ash and, or well, what is it? Acid? Yeah. So little melted clothing, but a female tiefling. No, she's an orc. Rushes out. And is going to... She's going to try and position herself up here. And you know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Unleash another fireball right on Larissa. As I will need Larissa to make a dex save at disadvantage. Zom and Dude at advantage. Yes.
As a reaction, Bryn Drag will roar and counterspell.
Are you within 60 feet? As I
Yeah,
got
I
to
believe
measure.
so.
You are. Measure with a giant circle for funsies. This guy is going to counterspell your counterspell. So you make the con save first.
20.
With a 20. Now she's got to make a con save. Spoiler, they don't give
17.
wizards. Got a 16 as her spell fails. As the fireball looks to start erupting, but just kind of fizzles out and like a line of ash falls to the ground. Ending her
Almost
turn.
did it on the first one, but glad I didn't.
As around the corner, the Dwergar you guys had first met I knew I shouldn't have trusted you. As you see everything get cold around him from the hallway, as a fun-filled time, a blast of cold energy shoots out from him. I need a Constitution save from Nero and Bryn.
$15.
Not one.
All right. Nero, you take 40 points of cold damage. Bryn, you take 20. As this, everything freezes in place. Maintaining your concentration. That will take us to your turn, Bryn.
All right. Brindrag will. Hmm. Brindrag will run up and slide up under this table.
Okay.
And then he will bonus action innate sorcery.
Okay.
See if this toggle does. And then he will hold out his hand towards Dude, and his hand will begin to vibrate very quickly. And then Dude will find himself vibrating slightly. Cast haste.
This dude has been hasted. Speed is doubled and you get an extra attack. Your AC is increased by 2. And dex saves at advantage.
Saves, yeah.
Ooh, I feel a rush.
As you start vibrating. Anything else for Bryn?
That will be it.
I'm gonna do that for concentration. Why not? Which will take us to Larissa. Larissa, is this... You have been entangled by this rope around this blue lit rope. That is just like a web encompassing you. You're restrained. So your movement is 0, attacks are at disadvantage, and dex saves are at disadvantage as well.
Okay.
But you can still do normal things.
Yeah. I'd like to cast Silence if I could.
Okay.
Since it's basically around this area. I want to try and get.
She's gonna try to counterspell.
Okay.
It is just a Constitution save. Let's check these guys off to know which ones have counterspelled. And you guys will know too. You are good as... Where was the center at?
I think like here.
Let me get a silence out. Do you want Zom in it as well?
Maybe a little bit further up.
Is it if you hit it on that back wall there? Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So everything grows quiet, yeah.
Bonus action. I would like to... It's an inspiration one. We need to create very different names for these. Mantle of Inspiration. You all hear the harp. And I roll a
Bardic Inspiration dice.
D10 now.
Yeah, D10. Everyone can move up to your speed as a
Up
reaction,
to your speed.
and you get 4 temporary hit points. It does not provoke attacks of opportunity either.
Nope. And that's on everyone.
As yeah, everyone within like 60 feet or something like that of your choice. But yeah, everyone gets 4 temporary hit points, and you can use your reaction to move if you'd like. Aside from Larissa, because your speed is 0.
Yeah.
Anyone take an opportunity to move?
I did move. Just one up. Get a bit of cover.
I don't know. Dude, are you going in?
Reaction.
I'm good right here.
That's true. It does use your reaction.
I can do all the movement I need on my turn with this.
That's fair. Then I'm gonna take that opportunity to move in. But
All
now
right.
I am in the silence field.
As everything grows quiet around you, that will take us to your turn,
Well, it's silence, so
Quiet
I
time.
will attack the guy who threw a fireball.
The one who successfully threw a fireball. Yeah,
Yes,
gotcha.
there it is. Ooh.
12 is going to miss. As kind of fumbling around with his hands, he just kind of rolls to the side, avoids your attack.
I will use my War Priest and attack the one who failed to throw. Oh, he'll take 3 points of damage.
Okay, yes, thank you for reminding.
And then I will attack the other one.
Okay. 13
One better.
also misses.
Well, they'll take 3 points of damage.
Yes. Anything else for Zom?
Nope, I'm in a pretty good spot.
All right, taking us to Dex.
I'm going to move over here, and I'm gonna stomp on the ground. And a rock is gonna fly up, and I'll punch the rock right into this guy.
Okay. She's a woman. But yeah.
16.
16 misses.
All right.
And she slashes across it with her blade, saying something, but no one hears her.
We'll try again. A 22.
22 will hit.
And 7 points of damage, and then she needs to make a strength save.
Okay.
Push her back.
Strength save, you say? She got a 10.
That's a fail. Goes back 10 feet.
She gets pushed back further into the silenced area.
Alright, then I'm gonna move over, and I'm gonna flurry blows and hit this guy.
Okay. This guy's just growling, staring at you with no eyes. Still has, like, you know, the divots in his face. A 13 hits.
Ooh, alright. Starting to need a strike save from that guy, too. 10 points of damage on that one.
He holds firm. Got an 18, but he will take 10 points of damage.
Alright. We'll go again. That one's gonna hit 21.
Against this guy, absolutely.
Another strength save.
Yeah, as he's pelted back straight to the face and is dead.
I guess I'll move forward with the last one, and I'll hit the chick again.
Okay. This flurry of blows. 22 also hits.
2, and 12 more points.
She will take 12 more points of force damage.
that will be my turn.
All right, that will take us to her turn. She's right next to Zom, so gonna go for it. With her sword out, you can see this dark energy surrounding it, and she's gonna just lash out. Getting a 19, 22,
Yes.
and an 18.
No.
All right, hitting you with 2 swings of her sword. You feel this painful necrotic energy as she stabs into you. You do take a 13 slashing and 10 necrotic from the first damage, and 13 slashing and 5 necrotic from the second slash.
Ow.
Yeah, she hits like a truck. But the wizards are silenced for now, which will take us to someone else. As from around the corner, narrow, that hobgoblin rushes up to you, blade drawn, stabs out, getting a 15 to hit.
Misses.
As you dodge away, he continues stabbing, getting a 24 with the second attack.
It hits.
As Narrow, you take 7 piercing damage and 16 poison damage, as you now have the poison condition. And then it's going to stab you again, or attempt to. Getting a 10.
Misses.
As he tries to stab at the same motion, he kind of rolls away towards this door and just hunkers down with his sword drawn, crossbow still in his other hand. That will take us to this orc up here. He's going to try to run away from Zom to get to the non-silenced area. Just running back. You can make attacks opportunity if you'd like.
Yeah, I will make an attack opportunity with the
Again,
scimitar.
Zom.
Oh.
This guy disengaged.
Oh, disengage, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, sure, why not?
All right.
I don't think I can do much else with a reaction.
Nat freaking 20. For 16 points of damage. He is going to unleash the dragon. Well, that's no good. Yeah, he's going to fire Arcane Burst towards getting a nat 1 with his first attack. Nat 1 with his second attack. Do you guys want to guess what he got on his third attack?
Natural 20, I'm dead.
Come on.
A nat 1.
What?
Rolled trip 7s.
Jeez.
But that ends his turn as he just, like... I guess that attack really, really affected him. As you would see the Severp Neblin come over and, mouth moving, steps further back. And... I can see 3 targets. I'm just going to roll for him. Is going to shoot 1 at Larissa. This bolt of sorceress energy from that guy way up there. And 2 at Dude.
Hellish Rebuke.
Absolutely, you can. I think it has to hit you, though. So let's see if it has
Yes.
advantage. Getting a 14 to hit you, Larissa.
Yeah, I think that hits.
It does hit?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
As the dice are now cursed for me, because, Larissa, that is the only... Rolled another nat 1 after that, shortly after. Larissa, you do take 23 points of damage. I need a Constitution saving throw to maintain concentration. DC is going to be 11. And your Hellish Rebuke goes off. They get to make a Dex save.
They have to make a Dex save, yes.
Got a 5.
It does not save.
As they take 10 points of damage. As that gnome is dead. But I do need a Constitution save from you. As fire arcs through the battlefield towards them and starts to incinerate them.
And Constitution save is at advantage due to Warcaster, I think.
Yes. It will be at advantage. You are good to go. As double check what this person's doing. Okay. Sneaky stuff, nothing to see there. Taking us to Narrow. Looking very hurt.
Yeah, he's gonna
you were
move
gonna-
up.
You're gonna shoot twice at me.
Oh yeah, they both missed. That's what I said. I got a 12 and a nat 1.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
He's gonna move up there, and as he moves, he's gonna tell Brendrick, there's the big goblin right behind us. And then he's gonna cast Cure Wounds on himself.
Okay. As you can see, stab wounds and an arrow sticking out of Narrow. Narrow arrow. I get it.
And we're going to upscale it to 3.
Yeah. Give yourself for
All right.
29 hit points. You still have your bonus action, if anything.
We're gonna recast Hunter's Mark on the big one in there.
She's still been Hunter's marked. Well, I guess I didn't make you make concentration checks.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying. So I lost. I assume that I lost it
If you want, make
because
make
it's.
3 Constitution saves.
I can do that.
I don't remember what they were. One of them was a lot of
Well,
damage.
I failed.
Yeah, okay. Recast Hunter's Mark on her. That will take us to this wizard up here.
Because it says a level 13, and I don't lose concentration when I get hit.
Oh, nice. She's going to try to back up away. Zom, you don't have your reaction back yet, do you?
No, I do not.
All right. And then she is going to look at the bodies in here. No one hears her because that silenced area. And she's going to turn invisible.
Still see her.
Yeah, half the party can still see her.
You can still see her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't know that, though.
Nope.
She thinks she's being sneaky, okay? Just let her try. Let her believe. Who does have the see invisibility on? Brindreg, Dude, and
Narrow.
Narrow?
Yes.
I'll put purple marks. That's what purple means. You can see invisibility. Which will take us to dun 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 dun, dun. The guy who's following you with the cold breath. Ugh. What is happening here? And is going to... Yeah, fireball. The flames of the hells will burn you away. Right on Larissa. So I will need
Counterspell.
cast counterspell.
Yeah, just look back and go, shut up.
Okay. Got a 15.
Nope.
What did you do? This is impossible. I'll take us to Brain Drag.
I have too many options.
Yep.
All right. Brindrag will kind of roll out from under the table, and he'll say, "You guys have fun with old Grumpy back there." And he's going to kind of skulk past the circle. Sorry, I got to do a little measure.
Gotta see if it bounces.
Well, like I said, too many choices. No, this is potentially worse. He'll move right here, and he's going to throw a sorceress burst at the demonic lady.
Okay. The Dwergar is going to counterspell. He sees you trying to cast. He's taking it personally.
And then, okay.
No, you shut up. No, you. His DC is only 14, though.
Oh, it stops the spell. How do they all have counterspell?
Mages, they come stocked with it. They only get so many uses, so.
Alright, that's it then.
Alright, that will take us to Larissa, still wrapped up in this rope.
Okay. I am just... a wee bit annoyed at the sudden appearance of the snow. Just, I guess, turn around as much as I can. And it's like, leave the adults to talk. And then I just point one at him and 3 blasts come out as I do Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. We'll be at disadvantage because you are restrained.
Okay. Disadvantage.
2 of 3 hit. The 15 and the 21 do hit him.
$13 and 9.
For a total of 22 points of damage. As you blast him into the wall there. Anything else for Larissa?
Yes, I'm gonna do another Mantle of Inspiration.
Okay.
You hear the hearts, and everyone gets a little bit of a pick-me-up.
14 temporary hit points.
Not much, but a little bit.
That's a good bit. And everyone can use their reaction to move if they'd like.
Do I get that because I can't hear her?
I can see you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Well, Zom goes further in. Anyone else want to move?
Just moved up
Actually,
here.
I can move my whole speed.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great little diddly.
And 7 temp.
14 temporary hit points. It's double the dice.
14?
Yeah. So everyone has 14 temporary hit points. Which will take us to Zom.
Oh. I'm gonna catch my breath again.
Okay.
Because I get 2 of those these days. Ooh.
4.
And then I am out of the silence field.
You are.
Do I have anything fun? Not really. I'm a cleric.
I mean, there's a couple of fun cleric spells.
Yeah. I will just cantrip this guy. I will hold the dead
Oh.
on the wizard next to me.
Got a 9.
Hit points missing.
Yes.
Take 16.
You will take 16 points of necrotic damage. His ears ring out, clutches one of them, wincing. Anything else for Zom?
Nope, I'm just going to cut off his retreat.
Taking us to Dude.
All right. I will strike out at this lady in front of me.
Okay.
And I remember now that I'm very fast, and I
Yeah.
did not get to use my hasted action last turn, so I'm going to definitely make use of that this turn.
Indeedly doodly.
13 is going to miss.
13 definitely misses her.
Second attack. 17.
17 also misses. She's just deflecting it with her blade.
Alright.
Like a Jedi in all the blasters.
Use my hasted action.
Alright. To make a single attack. A 20 looks like it would hit, but she expertly just kind of cuts that rock in two, parrying the attack.
Man. You're pretty tough. Nobody can hear me, though.
I mean, Nero and Brindrag and Larissa can hear you.
Alright, click that one. And then I will standard flurry of blows.
Flurry of blows, getting 3 strikes.
No, just a bonus action. Not spending to keep focus.
Not flurry of blows.
It's just one.
Gotcha.
Just one flurry.
27.
27. That one should hit.
That one hits. Yeah. The third rock or fourth rock goes flying and just kind of conks her in the head for 11 points of force damage.
Ooh. That's all I got.
All right, that will take us to her turn though. As she, blade out, flies up and over Dude, flying right next to you, maybe like a foot or two off the ground, and lashes out. You will pay for this incursion. Getting a 15. It's almost good. An 11.
Misses.
And a 17.
Misses.
That is her turn.
AC is 18 thanks
Yeah.
to haste.
Taking us to Hobgoblin. He's gonna run up behind Larissa. Looks like you're in a tight space. Perfect. Blade out, starts stabbing.
Creep.
Rude.
Getting a 20 with his first attack.
Yeah.
As you take 8 points of piercing damage and 20 points of poison damage. Stabs out with his second attack. Getting a 19 to hit.
Yeah.
As you take 7 points of piercing damage and 14 points of poison damage. And goes in for a third attack. Getting a nat 20.
Yeah, well, I'm dead.
As Larissa falls to the ground, having taken 52 points of damage. Still wrapped up currently. Don't worry, boss. We got you. Taking us to the Wizard by Zom. Hurt. He is going to... Just double checking some things here. Try to grab onto you as you see these glowing webs exude from his hands, almost using them like a flail. Getting a 10 to hit with his first attack. 13 with his second. And a 24 with his third.
That'll do.
As you take 20 points of force damage.
Ow.
I love how like the big bad has barely done anything, but all the little guys are doing work. Just growls at you and we'll feed you unless you'll turn. Which will take us to Narrow.
He's going to attack the lady right by Dude.
Okay. You are no longer poisoned this turn.
Alright.
So a 23 will hit.
All right.
With the Hunter's Mark.
Forget about that. Misclicked.
Yes.
Just remove.
You're pretty sure they want to kill you. Or capture you.
Yeah. Alright, so...
Arrow goes straight to the wing. Don't forget you have Hunter's Mark as well. So plus a D6.
I do the D6.
Okay, for 11 points of damage.
And we're gonna do another one.
An 11 is going to be a miss.
Alright. And then we're gonna move further up. Right.
As you
Right
move,
up here.
as you move past her space, she will make an attack of opportunity against you.
I was right there. I can go like this. Like I was right there.
This is not a square here.
Well, I right. No, but I was right there. So like.
So you move through this square.
Okay, and that's fine.
All right. With her record, she's hit once. Getting a 15 to hit.
Misses.
Yeah.
As he just rolls away.
Yeah. Anything else for Narrow? As you are encompassed in silence no more.
All right. Nope, that'll be it.
That's gonna take us to Bromtalk. They gave them all names for some reason. Bromtok is going to step up and pull out a little bead of fiery webbing and launch it out. Yeah, we'll go dead right between Brindreg and Dude as they're casting Fireball.
Oh,
I will need dex saves from Brindreg, Dude, and Narrow.
dex save.
19.
20.
Alright, I get it. You guys are good at rolling saving throws. As Dude takes none, Narrow and Bryn each take 13 points of fire damage. As this web-like pattern spills out with flames. Ending her turn. It's going to take us to Torkner. The Dwergar. And he runs up behind the desk. What happened to the demon? Shit. And is going to... He doesn't have any more left. So he's going to just launch out with web-like beads of force that are splashing out between Brindreg. Actually, he's going to go just for Brindreg. Personal. Getting a 19 with his first attack. We'll do one on Dude.
That hits.
A 19 with his second attack. And against Dude, getting a 9.
Nope.
Brindreg, it looks like you're taking all the damage for a total of 28 points of force damage. Ending the Dwergar's turn. Taking us to your turn, Bryn.
All right.
And what are you doing, Brindreg? Making a big cube.
Oh, that was me.
All right.
That's something.
So Brindreg will step around the corner here,
Okay.
and he will spin around, make a motion with his hand as his spell focus rises out of his palm, and he will cast Chain Lightning.
Okay.
She is the first target.
I gotcha.
It will then arc out against the other two to the south of her.
As this massive bolt of lightning shoots out. Dex save?
Yep. DC 18. Oh, let me roll it.
She got a 17. She takes
41 points of lightning
She
damage.
takes 41 points of lightning damage. And
The other
then
two targets must also make a saving throw.
Does it automatically just arc out to both of them?
Yep.
Does it, like, go to both of them, or does it go to one and then the other? Like, in your
It goes
mind?
to them individually.
Okay. As this lightning shoots out and splits towards the other two. The Hobgoblin got a 12. I don't know why I got them on advantage right now. And the Dwarf got a 14. As they both take 41 points. Is it 41 too?
Yeah, it doesn't say rolls separately.
Yeah, I would
Says
imagine
each
it's still the
target-
same.
Yeah, kind of like a fireball, but not the same thing exactly.
Gotcha. As that lightning arcs out, the Dwergar looks extremely hurt, while the Hobgoblin looks pretty hurt. Anything else for Brindrag? As you got some cover to where no one could counterspell you.
That's it.
All right. That will take us to the top of the round. Things are looking pretty mixed at the moment. You guys want to keep going, or you want to end here tonight?
I'm good to keep going.
I'm good to keep going too a little bit. Yeah.
You want to go one more round?
Yeah.
See how this goes?
Do one more.
All right. TJ, you good for one more?
Yeah.
Well, you're up first, so give me a death saving throw, if you will. Whisper it.
No worries. Now, my sheet death saving throws haven't come up, so I don't know what that's about. But I'll just roll a d20 whisper to you.
I fixed it. You just had a plus and minus of health.
Ah. It's on whisper.
I freaking knew it. What are you doing with your turn? As you blink awake.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
As the hobgoblin no longer staring at you, you see this arc of electricity. You know what? I'd like to think that arc of electricity, as it arcs between them, just a little pulse zaps towards you, kind of blinking you awake. As you get a feel of that little static electricity pulsing through you, just from being near it.
Okay. Can I use my turn to try and untangle myself? Or is it a magical entanglement?
It's a magical entanglement, for sure. It's the most entanglement that ever was.
Counter charm won't on it because it's not mental.
And you would be prone and restrained at the moment, but you are up. Conscious, at least.
Oh. Would I be able to teleport?
I don't know, can you?
Well, I have an ability to Misty Step.
Yeah, I know.
But can I Misty Step?
You certainly can.
Great, I'm Misty Stepping.
As you Misty Step out, the rope unfortunately goes with you. Where are you stepping?
Oh.
I'm sorry. Good news is you get free Misty Steps
1,
because of your subclass, so they don't use spell slots.
Oh yeah, exactly. I know.
And now you're standing up.
And you're standing. Yeah.
And I'll Misty Step to there.
And you still have your action. Potentially a spell, because spell slot shenanigans.
I am going to try and use command on this lady.
Okay. What are you trying to command her to do?
Grovel.
Okay. As you just call out for her to grovel. Just gonna make a wisdom save?
Yes.
Getting a 14.
That does not save.
As she will be doing just that on her turn.
Excellent.
As she looks over to you questioningly. What? And then I would say even dude, you can tell that she's about to drop down to her knees. Taking us to Zom in the hallway with the wizard with lashes of webs. Very painful webs.
Just get in his face and toll the dead him again.
Okay. Make that infamous saving throw for wisdom. Got a 12.
He will take 22, not 29. I left Divine Strike on.
Gotcha. He takes 22 points of damage as he is looking pretty badly injured.
Now I'll turn Divine Strike back on and use a bonus action
To
and do
strike.
some more priest shenanigans.
All right.
Combat. 18.
18. Looks like it would hit, but he's going to bring up a shield. As a web of shield, a shield of webs, imposes the attack.
Well, that's it for me.
All right, taking us to dude.
Right.
His haste is still up. I forgot.
Thank you.
I will strike out at this woman in front of me.
Okay.
I kick forward, and just some static electricity tries to push her away, hopefully. 22.
22 does hit.
Strength save.
Yes. Go and roll some damage.
And 9 points of lightning.
She got a 17.
And that saves.
We'll take 9 points of lightning. Yeah, she takes it. She's not immune.
Attack. Misses.
16 will miss.
I'll use bonus action attack.
Okay, bonus action, single attack. Don't forget your hasted action as well.
26.
26 absolutely hits her.
Some lightning.
More lightning.
14.
As she is pushed away, she takes 14 points of damage.
All right. Can I hold my hasted action and use my burn my reaction?
Can you?
I just want to wait for her turn when she gets down, and then do a burst.
Do a burst?
Elemental burst.
Can you do that with haste?
Is
It's an
elemental
attack
burst
action.
an attack action or a spell
It's
action?
an attack action.
Then yeah.
I'd say yeah. Because it is another action.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Then that is what I will do.
All right. That will take us to her turn as she drops to her knees.
And then it'll be lightning flavored for Brendrag.
As a burst of lightning.
I think kind of some of his electricity kind of mixes in with it.
Absolutely. Dex save?
Dex save.
What is it 10 foot or 20 foot?
It's a 20.
She got a 12.
Yeah, it's like down here.
Got a 8 and Dwergar is the only one to pass that. As this arc of electricity wraps around her, you can see her form starting to glow bright red. She'll bring me back. Death is not the end of this. As that lightning cracks down her center, or from her back, and she is gone. Body and everything vanished as ash fills her space. The two behind her do take the damage. But is it save or suck, or is it half?
Half.
Okay. Hobgoblin took all of it. The Dwergar took half, as he's looking pretty badly hurt. Which will take us to Makubli, the Hobgoblin. Blade in hand. You won't get away with this. And rushes up to Dude. stabs out with his blade. Not at advantage. Getting a 9 to hit with his first attack.
Bob and weave.
As you're bobbing and weaving. Getting a 15 with his second attack.
Oh, we gotta try harder. Move quicker.
And stabs out one more time. Getting a 17.
Ooh, thanks, Brindrag.
As he misses with all attacks. That lightning arcing around and just kind of bobbing and weaving, like you said. Taking us to this guy up here. He is going to Misty Step away. Look at the exit. Shit. And then make one blast at Zom, one at Nero, and one at Dude. Zom getting a 13.
Oh.
Nero getting a 10.
Misses.
And Dude getting a 16.
Misses.
As he retreats backwards into the room. Where'd you go? Ending his turn, taking us to Nero.
Nero's gonna move up or right there, the corner. Yeah, the corner. Hey, if it's gonna be. And he's gonna shoot him down there.
Okay.
So.
As yeah, this lady thinks she's invisible. Well, she is invisible, but you see her. She's kind of sticking close, laying low, crouching.
Does she just look normal, or does
25.
you see that she's invisible?
You might see a little bit of blurredness, but a 25 will hit this guy, Nero.
For 13 points of damage.
All right. Moving that hunter's mark. Up there.
No, not on him.
Okay,
I'm moving
so
on
it
to
would just
someone
be
else.
12.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So yeah, just 12. Remove it.
I mean, you can as a bonus action move it now that your target's dead.
Yeah, but I was gonna move it to another one, not this one. I'm just gonna kill this one probably first. So another attack on that guy.
Okay.
And 10 probably misses.
10 is gonna miss.
All right. So as a bonus action, we're gonna move it on the Hobgoblin,
Okay.
and that'll be it.
Which will take us to Bromtok, who quickly starts to dash around, seeing all this. Well, you got your bow in hand, so she is just going to try to keep running past. Dude, if you want to make attack of opportunity, you can.
I use my reaction.
All right, and she's just going to keep running, trying to make it as quick as she can across the way. And ending her turn. Torkner doesn't see her. Torkner will also unleash a burst of fiery, just forceful kind of web streams out towards Dude. Getting a 22, a 21, and a 17 to hit.
Those first two hit.
As Dude, you take 13 and 21 for a total of 34 points of force damage. As he also runs around the corner. This isn't worth it. Taking us to Brindreg.
Brindrag will peek around the corner. Go, And
You
he's
see this
going
like
to-
blurred individual just casually trying to run away, it looks like.
He's gonna step back where he was And then he's going to, almost like a baseball pitcher, pull back something in his hand. A burst of electricity will appear, and he'll throw it, casting fireball, transmuting into lightning ball. We're going to epicenter it right here.
Okay.
And you know what's coming. The spectral wings will unfold around dude as well, I believe. Oh no, not quite. Not quite Nero.
Yeah. Gotcha.
And I do have to cast this at 4th level.
You have to.
I mean, I'm out at 3rd level slot. Alright, casting lightning ball.
The ball of lightning.
The DC 18 save.
Got a 13 and a 21. Hobgoblin got the 21. Ooh.
37 points of damage and 18 points.
Yeah, so he is still up, but he is looking rough. You do see her take the full brunt of that, but she's looking rough too. Anything else for Brindreg?
That is it.
That will take us to Larissa.
Okay.
Or we can end there, but I think we're seeing a light at the end of the tunnel here. Up to y'all.
I'm good. I'm good play.
Yeah, I don't have
Yeah.
to be conscious at work tomorrow. We can keep going.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Larissa. What's up?
Okay. Okay, so let's see. Do I do an image spell, or do I just do something different? That's always the question.
Well,
I am going to command the hobgoblin to say drop its weapon.
okay.
Pins. I don't know how you. Please.
Drop it. He will be dropping his weapon for his turn.
And then bonus action, mainly for myself, but I will do that mental inspiration.
Okay. Hey, temporary hit points are good. As I don't know, is Zom still within range? See or hear.
Only 4, but 4 is better than
Everyone
nothing.
gets 4 temporary hit points and can use your reaction to move if you'd like. Yeah, that's what I figured, Zom. Alright, anything else for Larissa?
That is it.
Alright, that will take us to Zom.
Oh, he's still here.
He's still here. He's about to go invisible.
I will continue to toll the dead on this missing hit point individual.
Alright. Tolling his death. You know, I swear they're proficient in this. He got a 7.
This is a real 26.
Jeez. Yeah, as his ears just gush with blood and his nose starts running as he just eyes roll back and just passes the fuck out. Dead. Ugh. Thud.
2, 3, 4. Yep. And I will use my bonus action to do Adrenaline Rush. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I will rush next to dude.
Okay. That will take us to dude.
Alright. I will circle around here.
Okay.
And make some attacks.
On whom?
Let's go on the hobgoblin first.
Okay. You can see his grip starting to loosen on his weapons. 26 will hit.
Acid flavor.
All right.
7.
7 points of damage.
We'll do the second attack on this invisible girl.
Okay.
22.
22 hits.
We'll go ahead and make that one a stunning strike.
Okay. Ooh, she got an 18.
That saves. I'm gonna re-roll that damage with Tavern Brother.
Okay.
Same thing.
All right, she takes 6 points of damage. Knocked back into the table. Huh? As you stare right at her.
Yep. You know what? Let's do the flurry of blows. The actual flurry of blows.
Okay. 3 more attacks.
Yep. On the invisible girl.
Okay.
15 to hit.
15 looks like it would just hit, and seeing as the jig is up, she will cast shield, making that attack miss, and is no longer invisible.
Next one's gonna be on the hobgoblin.
Okay.
13 to hit.
13 misses. The hobgoblin just kind of ducks as he's about to release his weapons. Doesn't understand what's going on.
Last one on the hobgoblin.
Okay.
It's 11.
11 misses.
That'll do it.
All right, that will take us to the hobgoblin.
I do get a hasted action.
Yes, you
I
do.
forgot it. Yeah. We will do just an attack. Arm strike on the hobgoblin.
Okay.
24.
Yeah, as you conk him on the back of the head.
All right. For 14
points
of
acid damage as acid covers his face as he's about to spin around to meet you. And he drops to the ground. Screams of agony.
That'll do it.
Alright. Taking us to Narrow.
We're gonna move the hunter's mark to her,
Okay.
and we're going to shoot at her with the bow.
Shoot her with the bow.
Not 20.
Yes.
And wait, it's a D8. So I'm gonna crit damage.
Mm-hmm.
And I can roll another D8 with the piercer.
Oh, it would, and 2d6 for Hunter's Mark. So.
No. Oh yeah, 2d6.
Yeah.
Let me do that one. So 23, and with the piercer, just making sure it is.
Yeah, it's an extra d6
and
or d8.
an extra d8. So for 24 for that first hit.
She is still up, but she is looking rough.
And another attack. Let me put Hunter's Mark. And another one. 11.
11's gonna
Probably
miss.
misses. All right, that'll be it.
Actually, I think I'll use my reaction.
Okay.
That's a 20. That's a 21.
21 just hits then, piercing through her shield of webs that she has made.
All right, then for 11.
11 more points of damage. As arrow goes straight into her neck, gurgles out, clutching it, drops to the ground. As everyone is dead except for the dwarf, who is not going to be seen again, who has promptly run away. With a number of these Loth worshippers dead, dying, fleeing, no closer to finding piece of the rod. Or are you? But we will end there tonight, folks. So thank you for watching, and we will pick up there next time as we recover from this extended fight, which could have been even much more further extended if it wasn't for that Glabrazu going missing thanks to Zom. Clutch move, and good rolls all around, honestly. But we'll pick up there next time, folks. See you next week. Night, Internet.
Later, Internet.
Hey.